Welcome to Game Sharch. Today we're going to be taking a look at Dreamcastguy. This is going to be a documentary style video where I'm going to document this one specific video. I love the Resident Evil 4 Remake Chainsaw Demo Gameplay Review PS5/Xbox Series X. Okay, let's just dive in. What do you think? Classic line. Where's everyone going? Bingo? No, they're not going to bingo, Leon. You stupid son of a gun. They're never going to bingo. They're in Spain. They don't have bingo. It's called El Bingo over there.
For remake demo, and it's about 1 billion times better than I ever could have imagined. But let's talk about the gameplay changes, the incredible graphics.
I got this all wrong. wait. Put me over. I'm just hanging out over here. You gotta see this guy. You gotta see this guy. Dreamcastguy. Hang on. You gotta see this guy. This guy. What the crap? Okay, maybe if I put this over. Yeah, there we go. I'm learning how this works. It's like we're hanging out, me and this Dreamcast guy. Why isn't he talking about Dreamcast though? It reminds me of a James. There's a YouTuber I used to watch. I'm not a fan of anymore. And at one point, he had called himself something, and he was the something Nintendo something, and then he changed it to just the something video game something. And if you are Dreamcast guy, keep it to the Dreamcast, right? Why does he look like that? He looks so weird. Looks so weird with his mouth and his face and his goatee. What is that thing? What are you doing? Dreamcast guy. Okay, well. Yeah, well.
And what feels like a very updated story, even in this tiny taste of the game itself. What's a
tiny
good
taste?
Dreamcast guy here. Hi, hope you're having a great day. If you could like this video and subscribe if you haven't already. So we just finished watching the Capcom showcase, and they ended it off by surprise.
And they ended it off.
Calling the Chainsaw
Dreamcast guy, use your lips when you're talking. You can use your lips. You never use your lips.
I mean, it is insanely scary. The biggest difference of this versus the original is
he's only talking through his teeth.
This still already is.
This is insane.
And is
definitely
more terrifying.
Because, well, use your lips.
The enemies feel a lot more dangerous. Now, first and foremost, I do want to talk about the graphics of this, because we have got.
Why does his mouth sound so wet?
Remakes over the course of the last couple years, but this one.
Swallow. Dreamcast guy, just swallow.
Definitely feels like they're beginning to master the RE engine. The engine itself is something that's already created a lot of very good graphics, but this is the best visuals I've ever seen in.
These visuals are not good at all. Oh, I forgot that I okay. Well, let's just see if I can fix that. I have moved. Here we go. Oh, it's a little tilted. See if I can twist that back around. see. Yeah, you gotta see the game itself. I can't just pick on Dreamcast guys the whole time.
Any Resident Evil game.
This game looks terrible.
Played all of them. I mean,
this is one of the worst games I've ever seen in my life.
Off the chainsaw to just the sparks.
I could turn this down a little bit.
Blow, even just watching that tiny glint of pushing a door open and watching individual beams of light reflecting through the boards while you're doing it. This is the new era of Resident Evil, and more than that, holy heck, are these new monsters terrifying. So
how does this look any different from Resident Evil Remake 2, Resident Evil Remake 3, or Resident Evil 7, 8?
By these tiny little creatures called Las Plagas. They're basically
Las Plagas.
And force you to do stuff against
Las
your will.
Plagas is Spanish. Las Plagas.
And then go back to
why do you say it like that?
Person. So when you're going into to do stuff against alive, they're infected by these tiny little creatures called Las Plagas. They're basically
Las Plagas.
And force you to do stuff
they're
against
basically
your will.
okay.
Whether it is kill, whatever activates you, you need to destroy it and then go back to being a normal person. So when you're going into this village, you see them just doing farm work, walking around, kind of just chilling, except for the fact that there's tons of murder and mayhem. Look, I think that the fact that there's tons of murder and mayhem. Look, except for the fact that there's tons of murder and mayhem.
Mayhem? That's not how I would say it. Mayhem? Dreamcast guy. Mayhem. That's so stupid.
Look, I think that the entire visuals of this are great, but man, the body horror of this. I mean, right at the start, the cabin that you originally went into that was like one room big in the original game is now...
How do I do this? Help me. Help me. Please, help me. His hat says Dreamcast. I thought that was just a Dreamcast hat. It says Dreamcast guy. I would love a Dreamcast hat. If it said guy, Dreamcast guy, I take it off. I take it off my head. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying about that hat. God, why is OBS so stupid? Making me do this. Jeez Louise. Okay, sorry.
Multiple floors, and the guy is broken apart. The dude you have to fight, like the tutorial, the first Ganado you ever see, has his neck snapped in half. This game...
Why is he so out of breath?
And I love that. Even in this first 30 minutes,
listen to this.
I am in love with how much they are leaning into making RE4, a game that typically was kind of goofy, into the true survival horror that the other games have been. Now, that doesn't mean that they've completely abandoned the silliness.
Hold
Obviously,
the phone.
RE4 had some of the funniest lines.
Hold the phone.
It's like a survival horror that the other games have been. Now, that doesn't mean that they've completely abandoned the silliness. Obviously, RE4 had some of the funny to the true survival horror that the other games have been. Now, that doesn't mean that they've to the true survival horror that the other games have been. Now, that movie into the true survival horror that the other games have been. Now, that doesn't mean that they've completely abandoned horror that the other games have been. Now, that doesn't mean that they've completely survival horror that the other games have been. Now, that doesn't mean that into the true survival horror that the other games have been. Now, that doesn't mean that they've completely abandoned.
We know you're breathing hard the whole time. You don't have to edit those out.
RE4 had some of the funniest.
You don't have to edit those out. We know you're breathing hard.
And bingo, your right hand comes off. There's a lot of like very witty banter from the end. Your right hand comes off. had some of the funniest lines, like, "Where we going bingo?" Obviously, RE4 had some of the funniest lines, like,
RE4 had some of the funniest lines, such as,
"Where we going bingo?"
"Where are we going bingo?" No, that's not the line, Dreamcast guy. That's not the line. It's not "where are we going bingo?" It's "where's everybody going?" Bingo? Where are we going bingo? Where are we going bingo? Are you insane?
Obviously, RE4 had some of the funniest lines, like,
Yeah.
"Where we going bingo?"
Where are we
Your
going
right
bingo?
hand comes off. There's a lot of, like, very witty
Great read also on one of the most iconic lines of the series. Your right hand comes off. It's not your right hand comes off. It's your right hand comes off. Yeah. Inflection is everything, Dreamcast guy, and it's not "where we going bingo" is all that's all I'm saying. That's my whole point. Where we going bingo? Where we going bingo, guy, is what you're called from now on. Hey, today we're gonna be watching Where we going bingo, guy. Put that on a hat. Yeah, true fan. Can you imagine if you were a true fan of something? You said, "Where we going bingo?" Yeah, I'm a big Die-Hard fan. Yippee hooray, bitch.
banter from Leon Kennedy. But I will say, it does feel like they're going for a much more serious tone. The opening of this demo is the opening cutscene of the game itself, and it shows directly that Leon is not this happy-go-lucky guy. He has a dark and tortured soul because he survived Raccoon City, immediately
Yes.
gets recruited into the military, and is doing special operations and working for the president. Leon Kennedy has some PTSD like a mofo, and yet here he is battling
Like a
another
mofo.
gigantic
Here
town
he
filled with
is.
undead creatures. I mean, technically these people
They're
are
not
alive
undead.
because they bleed a lot, but let's talk about gameplay itself. Aiming, shooting, and stabbing feel fantastic.
I've personally played it myself on my PlayStation 5, which I own, and I financed it for the past 6 years. It feels like crap. This game feels terrible to play, and I enjoyed Resident Evil 2 Remake, Resident Evil 3 Remake. This one feels bad to play. This is one of the worst ones I've ever experienced. Okay.
I do think it took me about 2 minutes to sort of acclimate, because honestly,
Acclimate?
the controls are just so responsive.
Why are you sounding like that?
Being able
Why are you talking like that?
to just click, because honestly, the controls are just so responsive.
Wait.
Minutes to sort of acclimate, because honestly,
Dreamcast guys are racist. You heard it here first. Dreamcast guys are racist. Listen to this. Proof is in the pudding. Wait.
just so responsive. Being able to just click to a target,
Click!
everything from aim speed. So I think it took me about 2 minutes to sort of acclimate. because honestly,
Acclimate?
the controls are just so responsive. Being able to just click to a target.
Click! What the crap? Dreamcast guy, here's the thing. Dreamcast guy, anytime there's a K sound, he adds 3 of them. Dreamcast guy adds 3 Ks to all of his K words. I'm onto something here, Dreamcast guy. I've got your number, man. Yeah. Dreamcast guys are racist. Good for you. Heard it here first. Breaking news. GameShots.com. Acclimate. Click. He adds 3 Ks on all of his K words. Is that a dog whistle or what? That's a dog whistle to me. That's what I think. Allegedly, I don't know if he's really how he feels about anybody on this earth, but wait a minute. We got the exact same microphone.
Everything from aim speed to even the reticule, how it aims itself.
The Shure SM7B sucks. This is one of my greatest regrets of all time is buying this microphone right here because it sounds like shit. Michael Jackson recorded Thriller on this microphone is why I bought it because I'm a huge Michael Jackson fan. And it sounds terrible. That's all I got to say about it.
Everything feels incredibly refined.
No, it does not. It feels bad.
Typical Resident Evil 2 and 3 remakes. This feels like the next step beyond
The
those
next
in the best way possible. But the
Why are
new
you talking like that,
additional
Dreamcast
big
guy?
change is sneaking. You can actually crouch and try and remain undetected, which is a big change.
Cool.
In fact,
So
I
they
kept
added Last of Us
accidentally
gameplay to
tapping
Resident
the
Evil
crouch
4. That's
button
so fun.
Just because, I mean, I'm not used to being able to be like, hey, how's it going? It's me, Leon Kennedy. But
No, he
additionally,
never says
your
that.
knife
One time in the games I
serves a
played
very
Resident Evil 4
different purpose.
21
In the original game,
times.
you could just stab people. Like, hey, you look like a guy who could use a knife in the ass. And then you inserted your knife into their ass. Whereas the remake, it treats the knife more like an additional weapon, something
Like
that
a
actually
dildo?
has
What do you mean?
its
What do
own
you-
sort
what
of
the-
ammunition
what are you talking
in the
about,
form of
Dreamcast guy?
durability. You can stab, you can chop, you can save your bullets, which I decided to do a lot. But using your knife actually will break it. So if you're parrying hits, like if somebody is swinging an axe or trying to throw.
What are you doing?
So
Did you
if
run a
you're
marathon
parrying
before you make one of these
hits,
videos?
Using your knife actually will break it. So if you're parrying hits, like if somebody is swinging an axe or
You never
trying to
hear
throw
these
stuff
brash
at you,
out of me when
you
I
can
make these
swipe it out of
videos
the
on
air,
GameSharts.com.
And in my opinion, very easily, it
And
puts
we're
up
using the
like
same
lots
mic.
of notifications
Why
on
does mine
screen
sound better
as
than
to
yours?
when you should stab somebody, when you should do a takedown. But also, when the chainsaw guy is trying to swing his chainsaw, you can hold up your knife and stop the instant kill hit. But it does break your knife. So it seems like you're going to keep finding new knives throughout the game. We do know the fact that obviously RE4 has a vendor called the Merchant. You know, the what are you buying, stranger? That guy, he typically upgrades your guns, your ammunition, he's stuff like that. I'm kind of curious myself.
I'm
if we're
kind
going
of-
to end up
kind
upgrading
of-
the durability
There's the
of our
3Ks
knife over
again.
time, because
What the
honestly, I think that
fuck
would
is your
be a
problem,
nice change
Dreamcast
if,
guy?
like, maybe, like, obviously you're still gonna have to keep buying new knives, but I wonder if maybe you can get some sort of
I
super
wonder
knife or an
if
infinite
you
health
can
knife that's made out of friggin'
keep
aluminum.
health knife.
I don't know why I'm saying it like that. I'm very, very, very
Exactly.
freaking aluminium. I don't know why I'm saying it like that. I'm very, very, very excited for this game.
Hey Einstein, aluminium or aluminum is a soft metal. You can't make a knife out of an aluminium or an aluminum knife. That's not the mistake. The mistake is that you picked a stupid metal. Duh.
In the first couple minutes,
The
this game looks incredible. I cannot wait to do a full
looks
review
like
of the
any
game. When it comes
game.
out. I'm definitely excited for it.
Any
Obviously,
game
that's why
can look
my,
exactly like this.
Resident Evil
This
4
looks so bad.
jacket.
RE
Leon
Engine
Kennedy
looks-
still managed.
RE Engine is the most jerked off engine of all time in the history of video games. Okay, one company uses it, and it looked good a few times. Who cares? Who gives a crap? RE Engine is stupid. Only Capcom can use it, so a Capcom game is like, okay, they're using their engine. It ain't no MT framework. Who cares? It's RE Engine. It's because there's a hand over a moon, and you think, oh, cool, this has got to be the best engine of all time. RE Engine looks like crap. It sucks. It pisses me off is all I'm going to say.
Just to have so much freaking zest. I'm definitely curious, though, about the changes to the story itself, because something about this feels different. Something about this
Feels
definitely
wrong.
feels more macabre, more demented than the original game. And I don't know. That sounds nice. There's so many surprises
Based on what?
even in the Chainsaw demo that basically says that
Basically
if you think you know
says.
Resident Evil 4, you don't know the remake. But what have you been thinking about this? Have you guys had a chance? But these have just been my thoughts. Have you had a chance to play the Resident Evil 4 remake demo?
What?
Tell me your thoughts. Have you guys had a chance? But these have just been my thoughts. But if you think you know
What's a
Resident
grab?
Evil 4, you don't know the remake. But what have you been thinking about this? Have you guys had a chance?
What have you gone thinking about this? Have you got...
You don't know the remake. But what have you been thinking about this? Have you guys
What
had
have
a
you gone
chance?
thinking about this? Have you got...
But these have just been my thoughts.
But these have just
been my thoughts. Have you... Evil 4, you don't know the remake.
He's like, look at him. He's like, watch.
That if you think you know Resident Evil 4, you
Resident
don't know
Evil
the remake.
4.
But what have you been thinking about this? Have you guys had a chance? But these have just been my thoughts.
Have you guys had a chance? Get it together, Dreamcastguy. But these are just my thoughts. Oh, shit. Oh, but these are just my thoughts.
Just been my thoughts. Have Resident Evil 4, you don't know the remake. But what have you been thinking about this?
But what do you guys
had a
think
chance?
about...
But these have just been my thoughts. Have you had...
But these have just been my... But these have just been my thoughts. One more time. I can't help myself.
Shit. But these have just been my thoughts. Have you had a chance to play the Resident Evil 4
Have
remake
you had a
demo?
chance
Tell
to
me your thoughts in
play?
the comments down.
Have you had a chance to play? Have you had a chance to play? Yes, idiot. Everybody's played this already. What a waste of time for a video.
Below. This is on everything from Xbox Series X to the PC.
Get the
you know,
scoops.
everything but Nintendo
You
Switch.
you
So
talk about
try
the
it.
scoops.
This
You
is
talk
all
about the
PlayStation
things
5
that
gameplay.
that people can't experience. You talk about the scoops. Ah, jeez. What am I gonna do? I'm getting a phone call. Hold the fort. Okay.
And really, I cannot recommend it enough. It's a free demo. Give it a shot. Or a slice. I love you guys very much. Thanks. Like the video.
Give it a shot or a slice. Okay.
Subscribe if you haven't already. And please keep dreaming. I cannot believe I played this game. I'm so happy. Oh my god. But I am sweating because of this jacket. Thanks so much for watching.
Dreamcastguy, edit that out!
Sweating because of this jacket.
I'm sweating because of this jacket. Click stop. Click stop record. Edit that out. He does not care. He does not give a fuck about these videos. And click stop record.
Thanks so much for watching that video. If you want to see something else, you can always click this link to see what I put up last, or, you know, subscribe and see what's coming up next.
Oh, you can't see that.
Also,
Sorry.
I promise that whatever I do, it'll try not to suck.
Look at this animation. You missed it. You missed it because I was in your way.
Just click this link to see what I put up last, or, you know, subscribe and see what's coming up next.
Sure, I can do
Also,
that.
I promise that
For
whatever I
free.
do, it'll try not to suck.
Hold on. That's you? That's your face right there? smash your avatar. Don't you think you're missing a few details about how fucking ugly you are, Dreamcastguy? Don't you see through the smoke and mirrors that his homepage is just his eyes? Because that's the only part you can stand to look at, because look at the rest of it. And then show the avatar is this cute anime girl. Interesting. Very interesting. You're totally not insecure at all. I'm done with you, Dreamcastguy. You're dead to me. This is the last video of yours I will watch. Unsubscribed.